Yeah, Prashanti, you can repeat your question.
So I was saying, when it says drishtam cha na adrishtam cha, sorry, drishtam cha adrishtam cha, or so I was just thinking maybe it goes to the deeper stacks of the chit. With this body, what I have probably not seen, does it go to that layers of the chit also and tries to somehow connect?
Actually, for normal people, that is not true. In Yoga Darshan, it says that if you contemplate on something, then you will see your earlier life. So, but that is when you become a bit of a yogi. But in this, for normal people, you will not see your previous births, etc. So, for example, you will never actually visualize yourself as a bird which is chirping, or a dog that is walking on the road, or barking over something, even though you may have been a bird or a dog in your earlier birth sometime. But what your point brings up, which I would like to share with you, is that modern science is telling us that the dream brings up maybe some casual things from today's experiences. But typically, what is troubling us, what has deeply affected us, that is brought up. And there are many instances when people have solved some puzzle in their dream. For example, the formula of benzene was supposed to have been discovered in a dream. So, and even if you are having some anxiety about something, typically that anxiety will come up. So there are many reasons why dreams happen, and what you will see in a dream. But what we can say about all dreams is that they come out of our experiences.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking of the C6H6 snake circle. Okay.
It was actually supposed to be angels, I thought. Or was it a snake circle? I think it was.
Snakes is what I read.
Okay.
Each snake catching the tail of the earlier one like that in a circle.
Oh,
6
the
such
benzene.
snakes.
So the double bond was explained by angels holding the legs of the other one, and so forming a ring.
Okay.
That is what I recall.
Okay.
We
Good.
can
You had
check
a
it
better
out.
teacher.
No. I don't know. This is what I recall. Okay. So let's take the sixth one. Sa yada tejasa vibhuto bhavati.
Sa yada tejasa vibhuto bhavati.
Atrash devah swapnan na pashyati.
Atraisha devah swapnan na pashyati.
Atha tadatasmin charira.
Atha tadaitasmin sharira.
Etat sukham bhavati.
Etat sukham bhavati.
So sa yada tejasa abhibhuta. So that mana, that when it becomes overcome by tejas. Tejas, what had we learned? What is tejas? Udana.
Prana, right?
Udana. Okay. So Udana prana, when it becomes overcome, mana. So here again, see the connection between mana and Udana. So that is a thing that Udana is the prana for the mana, for the mind. So when the mind becomes overcome by Udana, then mana, this deva, that is mana, sees no dreams. Then in this body it experiences sukha. This sukha means nidra sukha, the sukha of sleep. Okay, so like.
Can you repeat again, Uttaraji? I didn't understand. When the.
Okay, so now I will give you the non-literal translation. So when we start moving into deep sleep. This was REM sleep. Now we move into non-REM sleep. In that situation, the Udana takes over the Mana and puts the Mana also to sleep, essentially. So the activity which the Man was doing in sleep, that it was weaving all these stories, collecting all the data and putting it all together in whichever way it wanted to, that also activity of the mind stops, and it stops dreaming. And then in this body it experiences relaxation. This sukha is not happiness, as in being exultant about something, but it becomes relaxed, rejuvenated, and that is the sukha which man experiences. Okay, so this is the answer to the fourth question, that which deva experiences the happiness or um, relaxation of sleep. So that this question is being answered here by saying that that is Mana.
Okay. So is
Mm.
there any documentation on, some people are light sleepers and some people are deep sleepers? Is there, any reason why that happens as such?
No, that is personality based. So based on different personalities, people have different kinds of sleep. So personal variations are based on personalities.
But everybody will be going through the same cycle of
Yes.
REM and non-REM.
Yes, somebody will have a greater period of REM, shorter period of non-REM. Somebody will have a shorter period of REM and longer period of non-REM. All those variations will be there, and of course, the length of your sleep matters, because if you have a very short nap, that will vary from the long night sleep. So here, essentially, we are talking of the longer sleep, which will have both the cycles.
So in non-REM sleep, there is no dream.
There is no dream.
Okay.
Correct. Let me share that picture with you once again. I hope I have it up.
One
Yeah, while
thing that
Bhagini
stuck
shares the
to me,
thing,
Uttaraji,
Fitbit. Sorry.
sorry, Anuj, go ahead.
No, I was just talking. Basically, I am able to daily see my own sleep pattern with respect to deep sleep and REM breakups, because I wear Fitbit to the bed. And there, because Fitbit has enormous statistics from world over, they have arranged how much deep sleep on the average range is, how much period is in REM, and then give a sleep quality number to you. They do an excellent job of that. So you can actually, I have never been able to get to beyond 85, 90. But generally I have not gone below 70 either. So it seems to be pretty.
Out of 100, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm assuming 100 is the best sleep, which nobody seems to get.
Yeah. So see, this is your brain activity during wakefulness, and then this is during your dream, and then when you go into deep sleep, then this is how your brain works. So you can see here that it is hardly any activity is there. In fact, these are
But there are
supposed.
spikes. There are spikes, no, in the fourth, that is stage 4. There are spikes
Yeah.
that we can see.
Yeah,
So
but
what is
those are not dreams. They may be
Not
related
dream.
to monitoring the body, etc. Because your voluntary activities continue, just like we read that pranas have to continue.
Involuntary activity.
Involuntary, sorry, involuntary. So those involuntary activities continue, which are essentially what pranas uh, are talking about, and mana is controlling them all the time. Even though we are saying pranas seem to operate on their own, it is not so. Mana always will control the involuntary activities as well. So, for example, if you're agitated, your rate of breathing goes up. Why? Because mana has sent orders to prana and apana that you have to now breathe faster. So like that, always mana is the final controller. So that now that may be why you have these spikes over here. Okay, but
Okay.
this does not reflect dreaming. Dreaming is like this here, which is similar to wakefulness in the sense that you are getting a lot of inputs and you are taking action also for them. Okay.
One
So maybe you're snoring at this stage,
Yeah. You can snore while dreaming also. Yes.
particularly
Prashant.
with respect to stage 4, I'm saying, if you that is an activity increase.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that is the snore. Okay, Prashanti, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I mean, just referring to what we learned in the last chapter to now. If you compare sleep to death, the only thing that has not merged with the soul is your udana. There he says, like, your indriyas merge into your mana merges to udana, and then udana merges into your soul and you leave this body, right? So here, indriyas have merged into the mana has merged into the udana, but udana is still at play. So that's why we are still, alive. And when
Also, I would say
is
that that's a great observation actually. But I would also bring out the fact that that udana which is being talked about is of the subtle body, and this udana is the non-subtle one. So this you can understand as vayu, while that one is actually a little subtler than the
so
panchamaha.
when it merges with the subtle body, probably, it is related to the subtle prana, or I don't know what it is called, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Here it's not merging, actually it's just inactive, right?
Yeah, merging
Uh,
is the word which is used, but it refers to inactivity. Correct.
Okay.
But in the one of these sutras, I mean, Pipalada uses the word merge, right? Or
Vileena. Vileena is a thing that something
in the second one, or
submerge in some the other things. Eki bhavati. So eki
eki
bhuta
bhavati.
says that it becomes one with that. Okay, but
Correct. Yeah.
that is the way of saying it. You must be always very careful of distinguishing between the reality and the word. Sometimes it is a metaphorical word, sometimes it is giving the real situation. So becoming dormant is what is implied when you say that this merges into.
Okay.
While in the other case, in the case of death, actually they would be all kind of packing up, and uh, maybe it becomes a single prana. I'm not sure. As far as I
So what
know,
happens in
that
a brain?
pancha pranas remain separate.
So what happens for a brain dead person?
For a brain dead person. So for the brain dead person, see, there is a part of your brain. There are three parts of your brain. One is the cortex, and below that there is midbrain, and below that there is the hindbrain. And the mid and hind brains are supposed to be the primitive brains, which actually control your involuntary functions. Okay, so they are present in the lowlier animals as well, while the cortex is the thinking part of the brain which does the analysis and reasoning. So when you are brain dead, the mid and hind brain continue to work. So the breathing and excreting, these activities will continue to be performed, but any thinking will not be possible. So your cortex is dead. If the mid and hindbrain also stop functioning, then you are dead.
Okay. So the Udana Prana is still there in that case.
Yes, yes. Udana Prana is still there. So the seventh one. Sa yatha somya vayansi.
Sa yatha
yatha
somya
saumya
vayansi
vayansi
Vaso vriksham sampratishthante.
Vaso
Vaso
vriksham
vriksham
sampratishthante.
pratishthante.
Evam havetat.
Evam
Evam
havetat.
havetat.
Sarvam para atmani sampratishthate.
Sarvam
Sarvam para
para
atmani
atmani
pratishthate.
sampratishthate.
Okay, so the previous one answered the fourth question, that which deva enjoys the relaxation of sleep. Now we are looking at the fifth question, that in what are these devas established at at the time of sleep. So he says that just like, oh Somya, oh dear one, just like birds, they come back to the tree where they reside, and the tree provides them support. Similarly, all these indriyas, they find support in pare atmani, in the soul. Okay, so they come to rest in the soul. So that is how we come to know that when we were saying that in the previous Kandika, that Udana now takes the mana somewhere. So that is the soul only. Okay. And now here I am not going to confuse you with what the other commentators say, because they are flipping flopping between soul and God. Because when you say para atma, then automatically it is taken as God, but that is not correct, as we shall see further. Just like the birds come to rest on the tree where they have their nests, so similarly all these devas, which means the five elements, the five jnanendriyas, the five karmendriyas, mana and panchaprana, all these come and they take support in the soul.
Here,
Okay.
Uttara, earlier he had this Upmana where he said, like the rays of the sun that gets into the sun, when we when we have the dream, we learnt earlier that just when the sun is going down,
Yeah, they go and merge into.
the rays go and merge. So having given that Upmana, why do you think he's giving another one, but which actually is very different, because there the sun gave out their rays.
So that was actually the same thing expanding out or contracting in. Okay, so it is light from the sun only. So
correct.
it is, you can say, in a way, a part of the sun. So the light which is emanating from the sun,
From the
that
sun. Yeah.
either spreads out or it kind of contracts into the sun. While here
Correct.
we are talking of multiple elements and we are looking at their support. So there the question was not of support. Here we are talking that all these now elements that we have looked at, all these devas, where are they finding their support? They must be also supported by something. So the Rishi is telling us that they are finding support in the soul. So basically what is implied is that if the soul is not there, none of these are going to exist. The body will no longer be a body in the sense that it is a functioning unit. It will become a dead unit, which is like any other piece of matter.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So time is up, unfortunately. So any more questions are there? We can have one or two more questions. Otherwise, we'll close with the Shanti part.
Not a question, but I think a contemplation, and I didn't want to go it in a wrong way, so I just thought I'll put it out. So when Shantaji was asking about sun, again, the rays getting submerged into the sun, and when you quoted, like, here these are not submerging, but they are just inactive. Then again, the same simile has come to my mind. Like, sun also is not setting. It is just that we do not see the
Correct.
tejas of the sun, right?
Correct.
The same way, probably the indriyas also do not experience the tejas of the atma or whatever, that chaitanya at that time is when we are going to sleep is
So in the case
something
of the
that I'm
sun,
just
what is
started
not
thinking.
experiencing the tejas?
Like when sun does not set, but we, because it's moving, we find sun is setting, right? Means we are not able to see the light of the sun,
So, but
right? When
there
sun sets,
the upama was with the sun and the rays. Now you have brought yourself in.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the rays are not experienced by the indriyas is what I'm saying.
So, but the
The man
Indians
is,
are the rays there. So you cannot bring yourself in. The upama is between the sun and the rays, and not between you and
okay.
the rays.
You and the
You
sun,
are
okay.
only interested, involved in the sense of the rishi is not giving a scientific upama in the sense that the rays are going away altogether, but the observed behavior
Okay, got it.
of the sun. Yeah, because this is an upama will always be based on an observation. If you are giving a scientific proof of something, it is not an upama at all. So an analogy
Right.
is always given, usually at least for things which you observe. And so therefore you are the observer. This is how you observe that the sun is set, all the rays seem to have gone along with the sun.
So now the sun is the mind and the indriyas are the rays, basically, in the
Rays,
upama
yes.
that's given.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
got it.
So similarly, all the rays just kind of get into the mana, which means that they basically become inactive.
Oh,
That way you can see the upama because the rays are becoming inactive. Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. Okay, then we will share the screen. Can you see something here? It's not.
Like,
We
you see the
see the
order of
order of creation.
So you are seeing the order of creation? Oh, sorry.
Now we need a prana chart, Bhagini.
Prana chart. Okay. Om Shraddham Pratar Havamahe.
Om
Om
Shraddham
Shraddham
Pratar
Pratar
Havamahe.
Havamahe.
Shraddham Madhyam Dinam Pari.
Shraddham
Shraddham
Madhyam
Madhyam
Dinam
Dinam
Pari.
Pari.
Shraddham Suryasya Nimruchi.
Shraddham
Shraddham
Suryasya
Suryasya
Nimruchi.
Nimruchi.
Shraddhe Shraddha Payehana.
Shraddhe
Shraddhe
Shraddha
Shraddha
Payehana.
Payehana.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti
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 Shanti.
Shanti.
धन्यवादः भगिनी.
Swagatam.
Thank you.
So
Thank
those of
you.
you who can read Hindi, I would advise that those of you who are getting the Anand Sandesh, please do read. This time I have written about this REM and non-REM sleep pulse only, and
Okay.
but I have uh, pulled in other stuff from other shastras as well, so it becomes a little more, and I do write a little more than what I teach here, because here I restrict myself to what the Upanishad is saying.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you,
Uttara,
Taraji.
I can't make head or tail of it. So,
I know.
since I don't read Hindi.
Yeah, I know that limitation is there. No problem. Whatever you can.
I was reading on that Bhakti Abhilashi, that how
Yeah.
That I've started reading upon, and so
You must read it. I think it's a lovely Sukta of Atharvaved. And the
Mm,
knowledge
mm.
also contained in it is really nice.
Yeah. I have not completed that yet, but I've started on it.
Okay. Good, good. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And happy Diwali
Okay.
to everybody.
Happy
Happy
Deepavali.
Deepavali.
Shubh
See you after
Deepavali to
Deepavali.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Bye.